Hello, friends. Welcome back to Transcendent Astrology and Tarot. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of 12 published books, including Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, and Twin Flame Union, the 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey. You can find all of my published books on Amazon, and now you can find them on Ingram Spark. If you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you here. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do one-on-one tarot readings. You can book that at my website, michellefondinauthor.com. And guess what? At my website, I have a ton of twin flame resources. There's a tab, it's called Twin Flame Courses and Books, and there is so much more there. So click on that tab and you'll see all the twin flame offerings I have on my website. Welcome to the weekly Twin Flame Tarot reading. This is energy updates for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and the couple for September 29th through October 5th of 2025. I can't believe I'm saying October already. This month went by so fast. To start, I really like to say a clearing and a blessing over the cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Twin Flames, Guardian Angels, let this reading be the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to all involved. Archangel Michael, please stand guard, casting away all lower energies with your sword of light. Romance angels, twin flame angels, what do twin flames need to know this week so that they can learn and grow? Let's get started. We're going to start with Divine Feminine energy. Divine Feminines, how are you doing this week? How was last week? How is it moving forward this fall after that big eclipse? Let's see how your energy is towards your Divine Masculine twin flame. We have 2 that came out immediately, and they're both reversals. What? Oh my goodness. So we've got 2 of Wands and 7 of Cups in reverse. So the 2 of Wands is lacking a strategy. I feel like this is you wavering on your path. The 2 of Wands in reverse is Divine Feminine's wavering. It's not choosing a clear pathway. It's sort of teetering between 2 pathways. And if you remember in last week's reading or the week before, I'll post both right here. Divine Masculine got 2 of Wands upright, which was about Divine Masculine choosing their path. But here, this is Divine Feminine kind of stagnating, I would say, like falling backward. And that's okay. Sometimes we need to fall backward to move forward, right? Sometimes we need to revert to the past in order to course correct as we move forward. So there's nothing absolutely wrong with that. It's just a little heads up. It's a little heads up about wavering on your twin flame path, not choosing one specific path moving forward. Because here we have the 7 of Coins in reverse, and it's saying like stagnant growth. Like your growth has been halted, stagnating, kind of bogged down by maybe the daily grind, the nitty-gritty of life. And this could be just busy work that you're happening to do in your daily life. Like I said, regression is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we need to regress or go back to old patterns or habits in order to course correct to better move forward. But it is a heads up for you, Divine Feminine. It is a heads up saying like, once you choose that clear pathway forward, and there is no right answer here. There is only the right answer for you. Once you select your clear pathway forward on your spiritual journey, on your twin flame journey, on your journey, whether or not you want to be with your Divine Masculine in this lifetime, or whether you want to be with them physically or be romantic or be friends or whatever it happens to be, there needs to be a clear pathway chosen in order to forward your growth. So while you're wavering between 2 paths, the growth is halted. The growth is not moving forward because there is confusion. There's this confusion of which way do I choose? Where do I go? I don't really know. I would say, Divine Feminines, that this would be the time to choose your clear path, to say, okay, I'm going to choose path A over B or B over A, and I'm going to stick to it. Because once you stick to the path that you choose, then growth can happen, forward moving momentum can happen, because all the non-physical that's working with you, all your angels, guides, and ancestors that are working with you, they can then assist you on your specific chosen path that you have desired, that you are focusing on. It's very difficult for them to assist you when you're not choosing because they can't interfere with your free will. So that's why. Let's take a look at Divine Masculines. Divine Masculines, what is your energy when it comes to your twin flame journey this week? And how is it affecting a Divine Feminine? We have the Emperor, which is the Divine Masculine card. And I would say this is a card of ascension. It's a card of growth and wisdom and strength, inner strength. I like the Emperor because the Emperor does not represent your traditional masculine that might be operating in lower energies. The Emperor does indicate a masculine energy that is choosing the higher road, maybe like a diplomat or a statesman, like someone who is willing to work through negotiations and intelligence and logic, but also wisdom. Because typically with the tarot, once the Emperor is present, it's that man who has worked through a lot of life's issues. So I do believe Divine Masculines are working into this higher ascended energy. They're getting there. We would not have gotten this card, especially upright, if they were not ascending into that higher masculine energy. And I really like it. I do like it. Now, there's another thing about the Emperor and Divine Masculine in that the energy for them can be a little bit confusing because old masculine roles, especially if they're men, old masculine roles that are traditional in nature, where the man needs to be the protector and take care of the females in their life, take care of the feminine and nurture them in the way of providing for them. That might not be how they need to show up for the Divine Feminine. They might need to show up in a different way. So again, I believe this ascension energy is there. It's omnipresent in the Divine Masculine collective for sure. But after they get there, it's almost like they're not going to know exactly how to navigate it, because this roll into the divine essence of the masculine is so new that as a global whole, men especially, okay, Divine Masculine in the Twin Flame Collective does not necessarily mean that that person's a man, but especially men in the collective, because of the traditional masculine roles that were the distorted masculine or the lower masculine, they don't know necessarily how to be a leader, how to be a partner in this higher masculine energy. So they are doing it, but it's going to be new. It's going to be new for them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the twin flame couple for this week. Twin flames as a whole, as a couple, what are the energies that you guys are radiating together this week, starting with September 29th of 2025? We have 3 of coins in reverse, and it says loss of motivation. Loss of motivation or non-committed. Now, I feel like that's coming from the Divine Feminine energies this week, because Divine Feminines have kind of like maybe lost faith in the twin flame path, and that's why they're wavering. So let's get another one, because I want to see what else is going on here for the twin flame couple. So for divine masculines and divine feminines together, what is going on? We have the Magician, and the Magician is upright. So I do believe that even if you as a twin flame are not motivated to move forward on the path, that you're feeling like people aren't learning here, people aren't advancing here, people are not committed to the journey here. And this could be that you're observing others on the twin flame journey. It could be that you're observing your twin flame on the twin flame journey. It could be that you're observing maybe too many YouTube videos that are giving you kind of a lack of hope. And I would say that the Magician shows up to say that you are a powerful co-creator, twin flame. You and your person are powerful co-creators, and that you don't really need motivation as much as you need the co-creation of this, meaning choose your path wisely, choose the path that you decide that you would like for your journey, your spiritual journey, your twin flame journey, and then use the power of co-creation, use the power of manifestation. And that is all the motivation you need to move forward. It's like decide on your path, then use the power of co-creation to move it forward. Now that is with the help of your non-physical self. That's with the help of your higher spirit, your higher self, your angels, your guides, your spirit guides, your twin flames, higher self as well. And that is enough to take inspired action to move forward. And now, inspired action means when you get that hunch, when you get that tug, when you know that there's something that you need to do, you do it. When there's an action that is not inspired, it's usually based in fear or an action-oriented mindset where you're like, well, I got to take action anyway. So I feel like getting out of that 3 of coins in reverse is like, you don't really need motivation, so to speak, and you don't even really need to have full-on belief in this journey or full-on belief in your twin flame. All you need is to make a decision, choose a pathway, and co-create. Let's take a look at the couples energy for this week. So what is the twin flame couples energy for twin flames this week starting September 29th? We have healing. Old wounds need revisiting. Now, look, I said that divine feminines were stagnating this week, that they were regressing this week, that they're wavering between two paths this week. And I said sometimes regression is okay. Sometimes making mistakes from your past is okay, like making them again, because here, the twin flame angels are saying, yeah, there are some wounds that need revisiting. There's some stuff that you're still clearing out. So sometimes reverting to past behaviors, regressing into the past, that's going to happen when you're trying to work through that stuff. So let's see what else is going on here. Balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. So that also could be why divine feminines are wavering on their path, on their twin flame path, because in the past, they were just giving too much toward the divine masculine, whether it be energy, information, conversation, reaching out, gift giving, whatever it happens to be. That's what was happening, was that it was creating too much of an imbalance, and maybe that's why divine feminines are wavering on their path and reverting to the past and going, I don't want this necessarily. I don't see the progress. I don't see it moving forward. So let's see. Let's get one more. Divine masculines and divine feminines together. We have marriage. So it says this relationship is moving toward a sacred union, which I really like. So I feel like this is not only a marriage of the minds, which I don't know why that's coming through, but I feel like you and your twin flame are one mind, meaning there's a lot of telepathy going on between the two of you. There's a lot of nonverbal communication going on between the two of you. So marriage of the minds, that's one. The next thing is like marriage of the souls, the soul integration, which I talk a ton about in this book, Twin Flame Union. If you have not yet read it, please do check it out and read it. And if you have read it, please leave a review. So I feel like there is a lot of marriage happening here, whether it be in the traditional marital sense, where you get a marriage license and you tie the knot, or whether it's like a marriage of the minds, a marriage of the souls, or union. That is super interesting. So I really feel like Divine Feminines are moving through a lot of the work this week, that there's some tugging at your heartstrings. There's some tugging at your emotions this week. And there is a call for you to answer the call toward the path you choose. So let's take a look at some Divine Masculine messages to Divine Feminines, and then I will do an extended DM to DF reading on my website. It's free. All you need to do is sign up and you can access all those extended messages from the past 3 months, and that link is right here. Divine Masculines, what do you need to say to Divine Feminines this week? Please and thank you. I look happy, but I am not. I look happy, but I am not. So again, if you're seeing them on social media, if you're seeing them in person and they look really happy-go-lucky, or maybe they are with somebody else and you're really upset or jealous or obsessed about that, they're telling you that they're not happy with that situation, but they're getting better because Divine Masculines are moving, ascending into that Divine Masculine energy, the Emperor energy, which I really do like. DM, what else do you need to say to DF this week, please? I fear the unknown. I fear the unknown. So remember how I said that for Divine Masculines moving into this higher energy, the higher masculine, that it is unknown. It is unknown. The traditional masculine roles have been dictated by history, have been dictated by the patriarchy, have been dictated by need. And I write about that in my book, The Empowered Divine Feminine. If you haven't checked that one out, check it out. So I do write about the fact that it's not the men that are to blame for all the problems of the world. And it's not men who are to blame for the interactive roles between men and women. It's that the roles that they played are dictated by the past. So the fact is, when men, especially Divine Masculines who are men, are moving up into a higher masculine role, embracing the higher masculine energies, it is brand new. If it's brand new, it is unknown. They will be navigating it. And it's a little daunting to navigate something that is so unfamiliar. Okay, so DMs, what are you needing to say to DF, please and thank you. Stop focusing on me and go after your dreams. Okay, that's so funny because that's exactly what these cards were saying. DF wavering on the path, not really choosing a path, kind of teetering and tottering between one path and another path. And as a result, having a lack of growth, lack of effort, bogged down, kind of regressing into old behaviors. And so what I am seeing is that a lot of Divine Feminines, not all, a lot of Divine Feminines have actually transcended this, but many Divine Feminines are still in this conditionality of choosing. What does that mean? It means that the reason why these particular Divine Feminines are wavering between two paths and getting bogged down and weighed down, and their growth is stunted, they're not really wanting to choose because they don't know the outcome yet, is because the conditionality is they're trying to calculate the future. So they're saying, well, I'll only choose the twin flame path, or I'll only choose to want to be with my divine masculine if I know for certain that they will choose me and they won't run away, or they won't ghost me, or they won't block me, or they won't choose somebody else. So that's what I mean about the conditionality, is that you're never going to advance if you are constantly trying to foresee the outcome of an exactness of what the other person might do. And so that's why divine masculine is saying, stop focusing on me and go after your dreams. Meaning, like, if you want this, you want it. You're going to choose it. The magician says you are going to manifest it. And if you don't want it, that's okay. Don't choose it, but choose something else and make it super clear. So that is what divine feminines are working through this week. I believe it's critical to actually make a choice this week. And it'll be interesting to see how the energies come out next week as well. So go ahead and sign up for the extended DM to DF messages on my website. I'll put that link again. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. And hey, check out my other channel at Michelle Fondon Author on YouTube. I have over 717 twin flame videos that are going to help guide you on your twin flame journey. I want to thank you for giving the video a thumbs up and sharing this with others who you know are on the twin flame path. You can support my work by purchasing one or more of my published books. You can join a twin flame bootcamp, and I will see you in the next video.